This video will run through a basic manual process on the March PX250 Plasma system. The first thing we need to do is turn on the external vacuum pump. The switch is located on a panel near the emergency exit. The machine is turned on using the large green button. Press the Man Op button to put the machine in manual mode. To load samples, I must vent the chamber. Pressing the Stop button and then the Bleed button in quick succession will allow nitrogen into the plasma chamber. It takes about 45 seconds for the chamber to reach atmospheric pressure. Only then will the door open. There are laminated instructions that you can refer to when using the machine. Inside the chamber, there are 3 shelves. Each shelf has a tab that must be plugged into a bus bar at the back. The right bus bar is grounded. The left bus bar is powered. You don't need to use all 3 shelves. I normally put my sample on the bottom shelf and have the bottom shelf plugged into the powered bar, that is the left side. After loading, latch the door and you're ready to start pumping down the chamber. To pump down the chamber, put it in manual mode and press Vac on. This opens a valve between the vacuum pump and the chamber is now pumping out, but we can't proceed for 10 to 15 seconds. If you don't hear any noise, it could be that the external nitrogen cylinder is closed or empty. Nitrogen gas is required to open the main vacuum valve. After this delay, the pump should be making much less noise, meaning much of the air has been evacuated. Only after this delay can we go to the next step, which is pressing the Press button. This button opens a valve between the main chamber and the vacuum gauge. The vacuum gauge reads in millitorr and can't read any pressures above 5,000. Selecting a program from 1 to 9 will preload power, gas flow rates, and duration parameters. We can now see the chamber dropping in pressure from about 5,000 now down to 700. We need to pump this down to below 100. Pressing other buttons up here on the screen, we can scroll through various settings like power and time. Now that we're below 100, let's focus on this screen while we run a process. We've selected recipe 5, we turn the gas on. We now have to wait for the chamber pressure to stabilize. The top right buttons can be used to show the gas flow rates. The chamber pressure is now stabilized. It takes about a minute, so I can turn the RF on. This energizes the electrodes and produces a plasma. We can see what that plasma looks like inside the chamber by opening the first door. Unlatching the other door won't do anything. It's under vacuum, the door won't open. You can see the pinkish blue glow from the plasma. The pink plasma comes from nitrogen and the blue plasma comes from oxygen. After the duration of plasma that we want, we undo the steps that we ran before. Here I'm showing that we've only run this plasma for 14 seconds. To turn it off, we turn the RF off first, turn the gas off. At this point, the pressure should start to go down. We should evacuate the chamber to below 100 before venting to prevent gases from inside the chamber being released. Once below 100, we press Stop and Bleed in quick succession to vent the chamber. Unlatch the door, and 45 seconds, the door will open. We can now unload our samples and pump the chamber down for the next user. It's important to always leave the chamber under vacuum. We repeat the process from before to pump the chamber down. Manual mode, vacuum on, wait 15 seconds, and then turn pressure on. We now wait until we get below 100 millitorr. Then we can shut the system off. Pump down normally takes 5 to 15 minutes. The last step is to turn off the vacuum pump at the wall.